beach and I got in the water. It's a little chilly. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's May 26th. I finally got in the water to State Park. That's about all that's gonna happen right now because it's still a little chilly. It's only in the 60s. So we're getting closer, so close. Soon it'll be bathing suit weather, I promise.
Welcome to Otsego Lake State Park. Otsego Lake State Park was one of the state's first state parks. It was founded in about 1920, I think it said. It's kind of small. It's only 62 acres, and there aren't a lot of things here. There's the campground, there's a day use area, but it's on Otsego Lake, so it has a nice beach, and Otsego Lake is huge. It's like 1,200 acres, 5 miles long. It's not real wide, but it's 5 miles long. So there are some things to do here if you want to come out and spend a nice weekend.
Yeah, this is definitely a place if you are into water sports at all because of the lake. Now, because it's so huge, it is a public lake, and so you've got private houses built all the way around the lake. We can already tell, even though we're here kind of fairly early in the morning, there's still quite a few people out on the lake already, motorboats, rowboats, kayaks. So I have to imagine that this, on a hot summer day, this lake is going to have a lot of traffic on it.
Well, and one nice thing about the campground, it has a camp store, and we talked to one of the vendors who's going to be operating it, and they just opened a couple of days ago. But he was saying he wants to start offering rentals of watercraft or water devies, as you have referred to them previously.
Like pontoon boats, kayaks, that kind of thing. He's got to build it up a little bit. The camping season has just begun here in Michigan. It's Memorial Day weekend, so things are starting to open up. People are starting to finally get out and go camping. And so it'll be nice when that is up and running and you can stop in and not only, rent that kind of stuff, but he'll have ice cream and pizza and food and firewood and basically all the necessities that you need for camping.
Yeah, it sounded like it was going to be a pretty fancy camp store when he had it all up and running with a lot of things to offer. The day use area here has picnic tables and grills as they usually do. You mentioned, or you noticed before, it's got a bathroom changing facilities?
Yeah, a couple of changing stalls plus the bathroom facilities. No showers, but I believe there is an outside shower station that you can just rinse off at, when you're leaving. Basically, you want to douse the kids with the water before they go back to the camp and get everything in your trailer.
The other thing, if you're into getting some exercise, there isn't necessarily trails inside this park, but the new Iron Bell Trail runs right past the entrance of Otsego Lake State Park, and that's the trail that's, when it's completed, is going to run all the way from Detroit to the Western UP. So depending on how aggressive you want to be with your exercise.
Right. But that is a nice paved trail once it's up and running. We noticed that they had just recently poured some new cement, so probably within a week or so, this section will be open again.
Yeah, it's good for, walking, running, biking, whatever you want to do in the various sections that are open. So it's great to see that getting completed.
Pretty much the only thing at Otsego Lake State Park is the campground. There's 155 sites broken up into 2 loops, north and south. The north is the larger of the campsites, and they are more up on a hill overlooking the lake. The south campground is much smaller, but the sites are lower, and some of them are pretty much kind of even right on or near the lake. So it just kind of depends on either what's available or what your preference is. But it seems to be a decent park. Most of the sites are flat, sandy. There are some mature trees because this is an older park, so there is some shade, although you are definitely right on top of your neighbor.
Yeah, not a lot of privacy. The mature trees are nice. Some of the sites have quite a bit of shade. It gives it a nice forest feel, I guess, being out in wilderness a little bit. One other thing too is most of the sites seem to be pretty decent size. There's some good sized rigs in here, so that's important to remember as well. I don't believe this park has been upgraded in terms of electricity yet, so you're still looking at 30 amp as a max. You're not into the 50 amp sites yet.
Definitely seems like a family park. There was a lot of kids riding around on bikes and skateboards and just kind of hanging out on the playground. Really only consists of a basketball hoop, a slide, and some swings, but they were definitely in full use when we walked by.
Yeah, there's also sort of a mini, they call it frisbee golf. I guess the best way to describe it to me, it would be like disc golf putt-putt. It's just a little course. I think it's like 9 holes and, you know, but it's fun for the kids to just kind of play around with and have some fun with it. So yeah, it definitely seemed like it's a popular park. I mean, we're here on Memorial Day weekend, which tends to be busier anyway, but this place is packed and everybody seems to be having a good time. It is, I think, a place where if you like water sports, it's for you, getting out on the water. There's also a dock that you can get out to do some fishing. And we were out on the main beach earlier, but there are 2 other beaches you said that you saw, and one of them is considered a dog beach.
This is for the dogs.
Is this for your pet seal?
Yeah, so I wouldn't exactly classify this as a beach. Definitely for dogs who like to jump in the water, this is 100% what they want to do. But there's really not any place even for the humans to stand while you're watching your pet. So, plus I know a lot of dogs that like to run in the beach. So I guess this is it.
Is the water level maybe high or something, or not? I'm not sure.
I don't think so, because this is definitely built up as a stone thing with the stone steps down into the water. So I don't know. Maybe it's really just because dogs like to just jump in the water and fetch sticks. So it's a way for the humans to stand up here and throw a stick and have their dogs go at it.
There are 2 different beaches here for people to enjoy. One is the main beach, and that's nice and flat. You get to it from the day use area. The second beach is considered the North Beach. It comes off the campground, and it's down a little bit, so you have to take stairway to get down to the beach, and there's a couple of different access points. What's really nice here, though, is they've added a handicap ramp, and so the beach is considered fully accessible. And an added bonus for the Otsego State Park campground is there is a Moby wheelchair that you can use free of charge while you're staying at the campground.
As we said, Otsego Lake State Park is really just about the campground and the beach. There's not a whole lot else to do. There's not the big hiking trails or equestrian trails or any of the other things that we've seen in a lot of state parks. So this is a great weekend getaway if you just want to relax, sit by the fire, hang out with your friends and family, you know, enjoy the water. But I think it's just a nice place to kind of get away and relax for the weekend.
So find a place that you want to get to and relax, and get to it. We hope to see you out on the road.
Keep on trekking.